We are going to do a little bit of a deeper dive, a deeper healing with, we're going to use the Transmutation blend, or if you have Rose, if you have Pink Healer, Ginger Lily. Trying to think of other things. Geranium, Jasmine, Palma Rosa. I'd even throw sage in the mix. Let's see where there are with that.
Okay.
And see. Okay. So we did the four quadrants. Now we're just going to move to the ball of light, right? So the idea is the ball of light is a therapeutic process for different parts of the nervous system. Here we're just going to talk about the dysregulation of fight flight and the increasing or improving of vagal tone, which is rest and repair, but also like healing and releasing, right? So we're going to work that aspect. The ball of light is a therapeutic process. Just visualizing the ball of light will start to have that impact on the nervous system. But as we go through and we work the ball of light, it also can be a diagnostic process. As you sit and just practice the ball of light, sometimes it takes you a little bit to become aware of it. You know, you might not necessarily see light, but you can feel like something around you, and you might start to feel like peace, or your body relaxes, or you feel like a calmness wash over you. And so if you can see it or feel it, this also becomes a diagnostic. Like you could be feeling fine, and then you go to like a thing at work, and all of a sudden it doesn't feel fine. But another aspect of work, it still feels fine. So then we know on some level there's a level or degree of dysregulation as you interact with this piece of that aspect at work or in a relationship or from the past or a particular person, whatever it might be. So again, it's a treatment and a diagnostic both at the same time, right? We want to reduce the dysregulation, which produces the lower emotion and like conflict and issues in dramas in with people, situations, whatever it might be. So we want to reduce that so that we can make choices and not just have reactions, right? So before we start directing it, just close your eyes. Whatever oil you're going to use, have it ready, but you're not even inhaling it right now. Just practice being aware. Now, try to be aware of the ball of light. And if you have a hard time seeing it or visualizing it, just be aware of the awareness. Just have awareness of the area around you. Like just kind of go, okay, my awareness is out here. What do I feel? And just see, does it make me feel good? Does it make me feel relaxed? Does it make me feel agitated? Whatever it is, just make note of it. You're practicing just being aware of the ball of light. And just let that go for a moment. Okay. So whatever oil you're using, you're pulling that out. You're visualizing or being aware of the ball of light around you. And as you're being aware of that area, you're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths with the oil. And then just pause and let it go. Just pause and let it go. Okay. Now, reflect on some situation. I would say let's do an active situation or something with a person that's going on right now. If you want to do the past, you can, but let's maybe do something that's current, but you choose. So, first, you're observing that situation or that person, and you're inhaling the oil at the same time. You're just observing the person or situation and observing as you inhale. And then pause and let go. Just pause and let go. Now, feel it in your body. You're listening to your body. By listening to your body, you're helping the communication between the body and the mind, which calms down the emotion. And what breaks you out of a pattern and starts to shift you into a process. So you're listening to the body. Yeah. You're inhaling with your awareness on that area of your body. Okay, and then just pause and let it go. Okay, so we brought to the surface what we're going to transmute, right? So we're going to kind of do a variation of something that we've done in the past, but it's a more potent form of it. Okay, so first off, you're going to visualize the ball. Your awareness is on the ball. You're visualizing the ball. You're inhaling the oil as you visualize the ball. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then let it go and just be still for a moment. You're just letting it incubate. Okay, your awareness is on your feet. Your awareness is on your feet. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. You're using the same oil with your awareness on your feet. And now your awareness is on the soles of your feet. And then let that go. Just let it all go and just be still. Mhm. Mhm. Again, visualize the ball of light. You're visualizing the ball of light. Inhaling the oil as you visualize the ball of light. You're visualizing the ball of light. Just let it all go. Let everything go. Just let it incubate. Now your awareness is on your low back, the backside of your navel. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on that low back area. You're still on that low back area. Just let it go. Let it completely go. And that feels good. Yeah. Now, again, visualize yourself in the ball of light. Your awareness is the ball of light. You're just letting go. That area between your shoulder blades. Your awareness is that area between your shoulder blades. You're taking nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then just pause and let that go. You're doing the, oh, just, okay. You're just being still. Now let's do the ball of light again. Your awareness is on the ball of light. And pause and let that go. Your awareness is on top of your head, very top of your head. Take some nice, long, slow, deep breaths. And then just pause and let it go. How does that feel to you? Samantha just said she wished she felt this way all day. So there's still some other pieces that I'd like to do, but we'll see what time we have. But let's go ahead and open it to shares and questions just from what we've done, and we'll go from there with whatever time we have left. So you can unmute yourself, type in.
Someone shared, oh, I picked an issue that is making me twitchy and I'm losing where we are all the time.
Yeah, like losing where you are. Like if you think about it, if we're in a dysregulated state, we become hyper vigilant, hyper reactive to a particular situation. And then we're also trying to micromanage it. That's the way the intellect tries to handle things is like, if I put it in the right place, if I make the right decision, if I micromanage this, then it will be okay. And it doesn't really allow for a process to happen. And so here you're going through and you pick something, like you said, you felt a little twitchy, but you kept spacing out, is you kept going into a parasympathetic state. And so whatever it was, even though it was making you twitchy, you were shifting into a parasympathetic state where your body and your emotions, your mind are processing something, and you're breaking out of that particular pattern and you're starting to walk out of it. That's the thing, is 30 years can go by and our body still thinks an old situation is happening like when it was happening. Like the body doesn't know that it's stopped. Your mind and your emotions totally get it. Like, oh, that happened 30 years ago. That was in another state. I'd never talk to that person again. I made different choices, whatever it is. Your mind, your emotions get that. Your body is like, no, that's still happening, right? And so it keeps sending the impulses to the brain as if it's still happening. And so when you kind of go to that place where you're expanding and you're kind of, I don't want to say spacing out, because it's like you're processing something. And so yeah, you're breaking out of that pattern. You're starting to walk away out of an old situation or something that was causing you dysregulation. So good for you.
Yeah, they said the feet really brought me back into the practice.
Good. Yeah. Yeah, the feed's always good. You know.
And go ahead, Dan.
Hey, Hayden.
Hey guys. Oh man, I got a bit of a, I don't want to make it a saga, but it was really interesting when I first started with the oil.
Mhm.
I checked in with the body, but it kind of dovetails to what you just said. My body didn't feel like a space, like there was something agitated, but I asked it,
Mhm.
and it said that I'm stressed out. I mean, it just that's kind of the
Yeah.
verbal that came back on it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the other day when we did this, it's like I'm confused, but I didn't really feel it in a space kind of thing.
Mhm.
But
Mhm.
it's just the kind of like the first words that kind of came back. But when we got to the feet, it's like that's when it I stopped getting the answer. So it was kind of, there was the release, I think, happening maybe
Yeah, and
around that
you
spot.
know, if you think about, like, just to recap what you're saying is that a lot of times, like mentally and emotionally, we might have a little bit of stress, but our body usually has the brunt of the stress. Most stress is actually physical, like your physiology. And, it's dysregulation, or something feels chaotic or unstable in the environment. And it doesn't even mean that something bad's happening. It could just be like we have a deadline, or we're all not seeing how to get to the deadline in the same way, or whatever it is. And or it could be something like you're doing something new. It could be something as much as
Which is
that.
very much this week. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah.
and so mentally and emotionally, you kind of get it, and you're kind of learning or adjusting, or you kind of have the big picture in your head, but your body can be in a freak out mode and you just don't know. Like, yeah, um, that's why, like, listening to the body, like you said, it's like, oh, I'm a little stressed out, or my body's a little freaked out. And, I've experienced that, like, where mentally, emotionally, I was like Zen. My
Yeah,
body was
exactly.
just
So
like
just
flipping me the birds, going, "You're not listening to me." I'm like,
yeah, yeah,
nothing's bad or nothing's going on, but the situation was very chaotic,
yeah.
very, very, very chaotic. Not necessarily bad, but just chaotic.
Okay, yeah. So it does.
And Mhm.
So the body just kind of maybe that's its own kind of status quo for a while, right? That's how it just kind of
Well,
adjusts.
it's
Just
like the more that we can calm down the dysregulation and the vagal tone, because the body might feel freaked out like from a month ago, and then it's in this new situation. You're still having that freak out moment from a month ago, and now it's this. And so it just goes, all of it.
right.
And so even as we go and visit different things, we're starting to break up the pieces so that we can go, calm that down, calm that down, calm
Mm,
that down, calm that down.
yeah,
Because your body's perceiving something, it just doesn't perceive it the way your mind perceives it.
right.
And
Right.
then the thing that I find very interesting with the feet is, we have the org program, or the ball of light, or however you want to say it. And the bottom part is the heaviest, the dirtiest, the most contaminated. It's the densest energy down towards the bottom. And you could also say that's where, like, a lot of times, if the higher consciousness in the aura hasn't impregnated the whole aura, but it's usually like a little bit more up top. Well, then down below is the lower consciousness, you could say, the lower drives, the primal drives.
Yeah.
And so there's something about calming down the stress response by putting your awareness on your feet, or rubbing oils on your feet, like doing something on your feet on a regular basis will calm down the stress response substantially. Like, I mean, substantially. And
That like a
you got to do it.
spikenard.
You got to do it consistently. But even in the first application, you're like, ugh, why haven't I been doing this all the time?
Right.
You know,
So spikenard's kind of good for that.
Spikenard's really super good. Lang Lang could be good. Jasmine could be good. Here we're talking about rose. I mean, it's kind of a fancy thing to be putting down there, but like spikenard is a good go-to.
Okay.
Um, even something like vetiver.
Oh
Um,
yeah.
I even do like dark blue tansy sometimes, and
Okay.
I like to throw my frankincense and myrrh at my feet from time to time too. Like,
Okay.
but we pretty consistently, wouldn't you say, put something on our feet like daily. Like, if sometimes when we travel, we miss like a day or two, and then when, like, we put it on, like, on the third day, it was like, ugh, why why wasn't I doing this even when I traveled? you
Is
know.
it good for at night or during the day, or when? Is there a time of day?
Well, I would say if you're relaxing, I would do probably at night. Like I
Okay.
would do it at night. But for me, like I'll put like Arbor Vitae on my feet. Like I do it in the morning. I do something at night, but I do that in the morning, and it takes some of the tension out of the feet and the
Okay.
shins, like the lower leg. And
Okay.
so that feels really good to me. Like
Okay. Okay.
and so Arbor Vitae is also doing some other things. So I'm
Okay.
doing it for more than just that, but um
Huh.
it makes things move, like process and regulate on the instinctive level, on the emotional level, and on the like cognitive level.
Okay.
And so it has a purifying effect on the influence of the lower nature on the body.
Okay. Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. One of the things I've noticed, it's my being able to perceive like a white light shifts, right?
Yeah.
Sometimes I see it. Tonight I was actually seeing splotches of it pretty good, and then it kind of just, it changes, right? Either get colors or I get colors or something else, right?
Yeah.
But is like then I started thinking of maybe when I was like a newborn, to kind of is that a good way to kind of say the light when I, mentally just bring up the light around me
I
when
would
I
just
was
think of the light.
born?
Like, yeah, I just like visualize the light. And if you can't visualize the light, the visualization is more for your mind than it is about like producing a result. If
Okay,
you put your awareness around you,
right.
that's pretty potent.
Well, just
But
like like a
you
chi ball kind of thing,
what's that?
like a chi ball kind of thing,
Yeah. Yeah.
or yeah.
Energy ball, like you could see yourself in a ping pong ball,
Okay. Oh yeah.
like just something, if that helps you, because after a while, your mind will get the visual and you'll just start remembering rather than
Yeah, the
visualize.
ping pong's good. I like that.
Yeah. And so you could just like
Yeah.
say, look at a ping pong ball
Oh,
and
brilliant.
that would work.
Glad I said
And
something. Yeah.
yeah. And so really though, it's the awareness on the area rather than just the image itself.
Right. Okay. All right. All right.
But the image, it's nice for the intellect because the intellect, you know,
Kind of gives it something to do, kind of thing.
yeah, it gives it something to do and it kind of helps motivate the intellect to play along.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, kind of coax it on, kind
Yeah,
of.
it's like, come on, like,
Yeah.
you know,
Okay.
yeah.
Great. Thank you.
You're so welcome. Let me know how that goes.
Yeah. 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 Thanks.
And go ahead, Donita.
Hey, Donita.
Hi, Greg, hi, everyone.
Yay.
I just wanted to share, I mean, this whole thing was beautiful, powerful, yummy. Um, when we went from, the situation to the body, listening
Mhm,
to the body,
mhm,
during the weekend, it was like the aches and pains, whatever, it's like the
mhm,
creaking. But today was different. Today, like my shell, the body itself, like it went really quiet, like
mhm,
nothing. And the awareness, it was almost like there was this whisper, it just kind of pulled me inward. And it was really touching, it was really flowing, moving. And the awareness, it's like this, my mind didn't catch up straight away, it took a moment. But basically the sex, solar, and the brain lit up like a Christmas tree,
mhm,
It's really, I could feel them. It was bright, and I was like, okay, that's interesting. So I was just inhaling on that at the same time.
mhm.
It was
Sure.
very, very not necessarily dramatic, undramatic tonight in this way, like I'm generally like aches and pains. This today was just very and afterwards, whatever like the feet, the soles, it was just very loving, I would say.
Hmm.
Body was
Nice.
very loving today.
Hmm.
So can you share anything about like how that, because I don't think I've ever experienced doing a practice like when it's body awareness, I'm generally aware of the body, right?
Hmm.
Aches, but I was never kind of pulled in, if that makes sense.
Pulled into the body itself.
Yes,
Hmm.
but not on the physical, almost like the flow, the energy, the emotions,
Sure.
the it's like I was pulled into its world.
Yeah. It's probably a combination of tonight and the weekend. The weekend you calm down a lot of emotion generated in the body within different body systems and everything. So the body got a lot quieter. And so when you're starting to practice greater levels of body awareness, you really start to hear like these kind of whispers, like whispers in the body, whispers within the mind, and even in the emotion. Usually the thing that's loud is dysregulation. But when you start to hear like kind of the whispers that are in the body, there's like a deeper level of process, a deeper level of healing, a deeper level of awareness. There starts to even be, you know, perceiving the soul, even though you might be in a particular part of your body going in, you'll start to begin to experience the essence of the soul rather than the dysregulation or the blockages within the body. It takes a while to get there. But if that starts happening, that sounds like what that was.
Yeah, it was really, there was no particular place in the body. It wasn't like, okay, the kidneys, none. It was
Right.
not the physicality of it. It was
Right.
different energy, and it was really loving. Like even now, just feeling
Like
it.
if you think about like, we did the weekend where we quieted down all the emotions and, somewhat regulated them. And so that's the generation of the emotion. And then you could say there's like this flow or stream of emotion that goes from the instinctual component up more to like the higher emotional component, like where the heart. And when the dysregulation comes down, and when which means the emotions calm down, which means parasympathetic activity is processing something, there starts to be this greater flow. And it is a transmutation process. And not only is it very activating to the heart and producing love aspect, but eventually it produces a kind of bliss.
Mm.
Like when people talk of bliss, that's one of them. There's different kinds of bliss, but it's a very significant aspect associated with bliss. But that energy has to be calmed down. The emotions of the body have to be calmed down, and then the transmutation happens. And in that transmutation, the heart becomes activated, and you begin to experience the bliss.
Oh, nice.
Hmm.
I've been using transmutation.
Hmm.
The only thing, and it's just such a yummy oil.
Yeah,
Mm.
we're doing some nice things, like
Oh,
for the
amazing.
body, for the mind.
Amazing.
Like we'll be exploring that bliss component quite substantially here pretty soon.
Oh,
We have the foundation of calming down all the emotions. It's the next logical step.
that's absolutely
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you so much for all of this.
Yeah, my pleasure.
I wanna, I kind of, I was out of it. May I ask you a quick question from the previous, I mean, when we did the auric programming,
Sure.
because when we were doing the, patterns, but then when we got to the knees with the transmutation, there was this, I saw two balls, black balls in my knees. That was a very strange. And then as down my ankles, there were like birds. And then by the feet, there were, believe it or not, what do we call them? What do you call them? Dolphins.
Hmm. Sounds like Noah's Ark.
In the body.
Yeah.
That was just very strange, you know,
Yeah.
bulls in the knees. So I don't know. Yeah. But anyway, if nothing, then I'll let them be.
Yeah, I mean, you can reflect on the imagery, but I'd let the imagery do what it's doing.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect. Thank you.
Someone shared I was given great info on a next step to wake up and do tomorrow.
Oh, good.
Very urgent now issue.
Oh, good, good.
This is a much needed session.
Good.
I mean, we have a couple minutes.
We have a couple minutes. We could do a quickie. Okay, so you have your oil. We'll just kind of continue working the thing we just worked. So your awareness. So we're gonna do Mingmen, excuse me, basic, spleen, Mingmen, and then crown. And this is for breaking patterns. This is specifically about breaking patterns. We're not going to get to explore it very much, but still it's about breaking patterns. So when you do this, you could also do it with the ball of light. We're just going to hit the pattern real quick. Okay, so your awareness is on the bottom of your tailbone. Nice, long, slow, deep breaths with your awareness on the bottom of the tailbone. Move your awareness to the spleen, the left-hand side of the body, below your ribs. Left-hand side of your body, below the ribs. down to your low back, the back side of your navel. The low back, the back side of the navel. Move your awareness to the top of your head. Just let go. Again, visualize the ball of light. Inhale with your awareness on the ball of light. Okay, pause and let go. Well, I hope you guys had a good session tonight. We'll be talking about this more as the days progress. And next week is the unconscious, number 46, and home stretch. And yeah, it's been great doing this with you guys. So we're going to move over to the Astara prayer petition blessing. And then remember, tomorrow night at 7, we're also doing a special practice for
Lymphatic healing.
lymphatic healing, right? So join us if you can.